Hello, my little sparklers. Welcome back to the merriest place on the internet. It's been a while and I'm really sorry, and I'm here to tell you why it's been a while since I've made a video. And I'm also going to decorate this tree because it's driving me crazy that I don't have flowers in my house with it being springtime. So I'm gonna put fake flowers in a Christmas tree. Why would I literally do anything else? Anyway, I'm gonna give you some updates on why I've been gone. We can start with that. First of all, the house itself is having some problems. So I made a video about our first week here where we found some damage in the floor. It did turn out to be termite damage, and it turned out to be massive termite damage, like so much damage. It is now March. It is filming this, it is the end of March. You're seeing it at the beginning of April. We still don't have a living room. It's tore up, it's a pit. It is a dirt pile. We had to tear up the entire floor, the very old, probably original floor. We did verify that it is most likely the original floor based on the nails that were used. So that sucked. So we don't have a living room, and I don't have my office because that whole side of the house, the foundation is dust. It's just every beam is almost hollow that's holding the foundation of our house, and so we've had to fix that so the house doesn't fall down, which is cool. We don't want the house to fall down. However, my husband is very handy. I think I've mentioned that. Mr. Mary is very handy, and when you're a guy who knows a lot of things about things and building and things like that, you kind of don't trust somebody else to do it. So he's doing it himself, and I am not great at helping. I try, but he's basically doing it himself. So it's a very slow process. It would have cost probably way more money than we would have had to have someone just come in and do it anyway. So that's the other reason that we're doing it ourselves. And so it's just taking a really long time. It's coming together slowly but surely. It's happening. That was quite a blow. That really sucked. Before you come at me, we did have a termite inspection done because our house is old. It has this very short crawl space. You have to basically army crawl on your belly in this crawl space. It's not even a foot deep between floor and dirt. So any inspector is not going to do that, and termite inspectors do not do that. So there was no way to know that this was like this. We assumed the floor damage was water damage, which was something we knew we could handle. Joke was on us. But we can handle this, and we are. It just is going really slow, and it really sucks because like half of the house is just sealed off. Which kind of leads me to my next point, which is the house is sealed off because it's really freaking cold. The heat is just an older system, and because the house is so poorly insulated, the heat doesn't heat the house. It heats the attic where nobody lives, and that's it. That's all that you get. So you can see my stove in this video is still going. That's Stovey Wonder. That guy heats the whole house. True story. Very sad. Anyway, so it's been a rough winter because we have had almost no heat in the house. At one point, the house was 41 degrees inside, Fahrenheit. So, yeah, that's what winter has been like. It's like we actually live in 1870, which was when this house was built. The half of the house where the foundation is problematic is all sealed up. It's like I can't even get into the room that would be my office, and it's like I don't need an office. I mean, I kind of do, but like it's, you know, it's a little bit of a luxury. It's a little bit of something, actually, I guess, but like it just, the way our house works and the way our lives work and the way our family works, it just works better if I have an office. And a lot of our furniture and stuff is, I mean, half of the house furniture is meant to go in these two rooms. So like all of that furniture is just kind of dispersed in places. So we still have big piles of boxes and furniture stacked in places. And so it's like this weird obstacle thing. It looks like we moved in today. The house does. And it's been several months. So it's just honestly got me feeling really terrible. Really, really terrible. My my house and my home is very important to me, and making it feel like home is extremely important to me. I'm a homebody, I'm an introvert, I like to be in my house, and I like my house to feel a certain way, and that is literally impossible with everything going on with it. And we'll get there, it's not forever, but it is way longer than anticipated, and we weren't even expecting this type of construction in the first place. We were expecting different construction and projects, but it's left it very difficult to decorate trees and very difficult to furnish the house with cute, antique-y, thrifty things, because I literally have nowhere to put it. So there's really no point. For the living room and my office anyway, I am working on just decorating the bathroom and a few things to the dining room, and that's kind of it. That's it. Those are the spaces that I have. Our bedrooms are going to be done very cute, but the bedrooms are on the same side. They're on the second floor of the same side of the house as the foundation damage. So we're kind of hesitant to put very big, very heavy bedroom furniture on that foundation. Bare minimum in my house right now. And that's just a hard way to live for this long when your house is important, the way that my house is important to me. And so that's caused a lot of just low energy, low motivation, and I'll be real with you, some pretty serious depression. Like it really, that's not the cause, that just added, it aided in a significant depressive episode for me. I'm prone to that. It happens. It's cyclical. It's something that I live with and deal with just in certain times of year and certain things. But this caused kind of a worse bout of depression than what I normally have to deal with. So I kind of just had to focus on that. I kind of had to just focus on keeping my head up and getting out of bed every day and keeping my family going and helping my husband with construction and things like that. I also had a injury, speaking of like what I deal with in my body and stuff, but I have a joint condition, and I won't get too much into it because that could be its own video, but I had a massive back injury in my lower back and my hips, and like the pain was so incredible, I literally passed out. I deal with a lot of pain, and for something to be painful enough for me to like have emergency services and to be passing out and things like that, it was something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. But it happened right in the middle of winter when things were already feeling really bad, and then things suddenly got extremely worse. I was in bed for almost 2 solid weeks. I literally physically could not walk at all, and it was awful. It was really awful, and that just made the depression even worse because I couldn't trust my body anymore, and so it was like my house felt unsafe, and then my body felt unsafe, which just kind of made my life feeling unsafe, and that's a difficult way to live, So videos just weren't a thing. Tree decorating videos just weren't something I could even do physically. And then once I started healing and was able to move around again, it just wasn't something I even wanted to do. I barely now want to decorate. And I just really wanted something bright and cheerful in my house. So I'm doing this tree, which I'm putting these flowers in the tree, and I've done this tree with these flowers, but I usually do it in this kind of garlandy way. It's one of my favorite trees I've ever done, which is why I repeat it yearly. But I've done it for 3 or 4 years in a row, and I just needed something new, and my life is chaotic, so I thought, chaotic flowers, that makes sense. So it's just gonna be a flower explosion all over this tree, in case you're wondering. But I will link the video for how I usually decorate this tree up here, and there's that. But I do want you to know that I really appreciate you. I've seen your comments, and I feel the love from you, and I love you right back. And I really appreciate you sticking around, even though I haven't been posting, and for your excitement about the house. And I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we have this little community, and I just have good friends on the internet, and I really love you very much. If you want more about like the house and more specifics, if you want me to show that, if you want me to walk you through the whole project of the foundation, I can. It's very home construction, this old house kind of content that I'm not sure you care about, but if you want, I will make a video on the house construction specifically. I've got a thrifting video coming because I just wanted to get out in the world again, and I went thrifting and it was good, and so I've got a video coming back, and hopefully, so anyway, my point is that hopefully I can be a presence in your life again, and that's very exciting for me, and I hope it's also exciting for you. I don't know. My stove heater is very loud, but it's cold, so we're leaving it on. I know it's been a while. Thank you for sticking around. We're all just doing the best we can these days, and that includes this weird little fairy. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. If you want to see how I've done my spring tree normally, this is different, as I probably talked about. You can click or tap right here to see previous year's spring tree, and for just more of my face, you can click or tap right down here. I really love you, and until we meet again, sparkle on.